Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm going to do a series about the 9 types of men that you should avoid. Have you been in a relationship with this man for years? You're not quite sure how to define what you two have. You know it's something special, you know it's something great, but you still don't have a title. That's because you're dealing with Mr. Timewaster. Mr. Timewaster is that man who is full of excuses in order to keep the relationship from growing or to progressing. He's filled with a lot of excuses like this.
Why are you rocking the boat? Marriage is so overrated. You know, I don't really believe in outdated traditions. It's just a piece of paper. We don't need titles. Don't you like what we have?
Now, Mr. Timewaster comes in different versions. Mr. Timewaster goes by Mr. Afraid of Commitment, so you won't get a ring from him. Mr. Timewaster can also be Mr. Act like your boyfriend or act like your husband, but really isn't. Mr. Timewaster can also be Mr. Friend with Benefits. Mr. Timewaster can also be Mr. Confused. He doesn't know what he wants from you. Mr. Timewaster can also be Mr. Pushover, where basically you can do whatever you want to in that relationship, except get a commitment. Mr. Timewaster can't, won't, or avoids answering the question, what are we? You've been with Mr. Timewaster for years. You've probably met his friends, he's probably met your friends, he's probably met your family. In fact, you two have probably set up shop. You two are probably living together. You may have even had children together. However, you still don't know what type of relationship you two have.
We started dating when we were working at the same business, so we were dating off and on for about like 8 years. Then he finally proposed 3 years ago, and I'm still engaged.
So what attracted you to Mr. Timewaster? Well, Mr. Timewaster is good at dangling the carrot of a relationship in front of you. And he promises you the fairy tale ending that you've always wanted. And even though Mr. Timewaster is a good man, he just won't commit to you. Even though he may treat you like wifey. Now, here's some big clues that you're dealing with Mr. Timewaster. Mr. Timewaster wants, and most likely you've given him, all of the relationship privileges, but he has none of the relationship responsibilities, including making you secure. One of the ways would be by giving your relationship a title. Mr. Timewaster has told you that he'll never leave you, but he'll never commit to you. What you have when you're dealing with Mr. Timewaster is not a relationship. What you have is a situationship. One of the reasons you don't want to be with Mr. Timewaster is because you lack that security that most people need in a committed relationship. That means you're not connected when it comes to financial or personal responsibilities, because at any time, Mr. Timewaster can simply leave. So if you're in a situationship and you really have no idea where it's going, or you've been in the same rut for years, chances are you're dealing with Mr. Timewaster. Well, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's